Be Lord of spirits and never know fear. My most precious beloved, I speak to a special people in a particular situation today. If it is not you, then please share in the conversation and also help me to give light to those that call out my spirit. I feel you, and I am only moved to come because you called me out. You want to know if what you desperately hope for is real. If you want to speak to me, then speak. I already love you. I am real, and my experiences have already proven that which I speak. Do I feel energies? Have I seen a miracle? Do I understand about God? Am I fearless? Have I ever heard the voice of the dead? Did what they tell me prove true 100% of the time to the very details? Am I dangerous? Do I hate people? Have I cast spells on anyone? You need not ask me these things, for you can know me by yourself, and you can also know these things by yourself. Simply study by you and claim the God in you. Then, when you tell me what a loving God will make you be, I will ask you all the above, and then you can answer. For the only guilt we had was to embrace nature, stay close to God, and empower our neighbors by sharing the principles of science that these evil demon forces never wanted the common people to know, for only in ignorance could gods be ruled. It is foolish to ascribe taboo to everything that ulterior motive orders you to taboo without inspecting the truth about it for yourself. If someone tells you to hate your father because he is evil, will you simply accept it without investigating? You could so easily destroy the very person who did all for you. In a sense, to destroy your future and your blessings. When you hate the vessels of the divine, you hate the divine. God is the divine. Nothing magical, mystical, or scientific can come from any other realm but that of the divine realm. Only the wizards will go there and bring back magic for you, even as science, divine interventions that will change your lives for the good. However, where there is light, there is darkness. Just because we made a knife to slice bread, will we be responsible for the person who decides that he will slice other humans with this knife? We as individuals do not control universal formulas like cause and effect or light and darkness. We stay at peace with each natal force. So, be at peace and stay in your power. Stay in your power when they destroy your vessels. If they shoot you, stay in control. If they curse you, stay in control. You have power over eternity, so none of them can do better than you, but you always win. If we could quantify the millions that were beheaded, murdered, and hung upon crosses, you will marvel. But their very word said that we stayed in our power. We conquered death, for we returned with memory and a knowing, and we know where to go and find them when their time comes. They only return with new names and new memories. Remember that fool who kicks at the porcupine? I mean that same fool, the one who kicks at the porcupine. He kicks and he kicks himself when it comes to protected vessels. If he goes to the dark magic, the demons that he sends will destroy him. For the spirits are wiser in their own realms than the mundane fool of greed and avarice. Demons do not defy gods. They will subject, and he will tell them where to return. When you are protected, do not fear their created conditions. You are already and always are in control. You have power over eternity. You have embraced being God. You will remember this life in the next. You will remember every single one of them, and they subject to you. You have found all this power just because you discovered that you cannot die, and you remember when and how you lived before, always looking for the next journey, the afterlife. This is your afterlife, and there will only be the other. Never more to know fear. Never more to know fear. You will never more know fear. Everything that gives you back your power, they describe as demonic, but they are the ones that enslave you with their demons and spells. I am here telling you a word that might shock some of you today. Many of you are witches in hiding, very good and beautiful people in truth, but being sold to the world as demons to be suppressed. Here is the word that I will tell you: rebel. That is the word. They bring you hate for your love and evil for your good. The world would not have had any good were it not for you in the beginning. And the children of God only suffer because they have murdered and suppressed you. They worship superficial images of you and then claim it is someone else. But who else are the sons of God? No one else, for no one else has claimed their godhood but you. I have been pointing you to what exists behind the dark veil, and because of the darkness, this light should be magnified. I hope you will find greater courage in these words today. Give to me as I give to you. Press like if you like the video. Don't say you do it if you do not. We are all about energy in physical or spiritual form, and let us be true to the reason of give and take. Do you say you are kind and considerate, and then you leave the old man at the side of the road? Maybe it will cause you to buy food and offer clothes to wear. Not every kindness will cost you that much. What goes around comes around. If you want more of these videos, please subscribe, and you also have the option of hitting the notification bell. Also, if you have connections whom I believe or whom you believe would find something in these messages, share it with them. This is a movement. We are often stuck at the beginning of every movement, when the ones that have the least to do will only speak their agreement but offer no support. Many say they are satisfied, but not many will prove that satisfaction, and yet by proving that satisfaction they contribute to the movement. I have thought so long about this, for I came first only to those that were willing to hear, and every time I stopped posting, someone was calling on me. I felt it always in my energy, and if you will, I can prove this to any individual who wishes. This will also prove to you what is real and what is not, and it will boost your confidence in the realm that you hope will give you sweet refuge in a tyrannical world. Many will ask for signs and miracles so they can see their own faith or confidence that should come from within. Can you be the player on a football team who waits to see his teammate work hard and score first before he joins the effort of working hard and scoring? This is not the desirable force. I have found it too much in us, and it is not a good thing. Please listen and hear me without just listening and hearing. Go deeper. Go where it counts. Contact me if you will. I am willing. Just leave a comment and I will get to you. You must become aware of your connection with the whole and of your own responsibilities to your soul families and the ancestors of all that is steeped in goodness, truth, and beauty. Our way is love and must be love. But if you choose this not, then you are not in the right place. Love demands charity. Not many will do much to support the move. The energy will only deplete when we do life in this manner. This must always be added to the true vision of how you will advance to the higher self you will to become. My friend, I wanted to bring you to connecting with energies, but it was always you that would choose. I try to use word wisdom, for word is subject mankind's only way of connecting to spirit. Remember, there is the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. You are mostly cognizant of what is physical, then mental, and vaguely of what is spiritual. You mostly connect there only when you sleep and dream, or awake and daydream, and that the last card left to you that gives you a semblance of connection are words of alphabets. These are spirit forces, nothing that creates something, just sounds or incitations by way of the invisible. We say abracadabra as we speak, so it becomes. It is the alphabet, a face value. It seems like nothing, but deeper on in this journey, we make something out of nothing, but we cannot get there if we did not act to get there. Once again, I come. I have taken so much time considering so hard to figure out what you need the most at this point, how to trigger you to the need for yourself. I do not need to preach to you, I do not have to plead to you, but I have been sensitive to the spirit realm for years, and I feel the energy of many of you. You want to be free from what you do not know. You fear the known and the unknown, and you believe in powers that are greater than you. Therefore, I have realized that you do not realize how impermeable and godlike you are, or can be, and will be. Do you know that, or do you know what it feels like to be fearless? Do you know what it is to be Lord of Spirits, that even demons will fear you, or at least respect, avoid, or subject to you? Do you know how to be impermeable, to submit the ancestors of the evil man? A few of my brothers and sisters do, only a very few. But can you imagine how to be at peace in the middle of the waves, the impermeable one? But do you even know that these things are possible, and how to get there, where nothing of the mundane is above you, and the troubles that the wicked will send forth upon you shall return to them tenfolds, and never because you lift a finger? Do you know how to be at peace, that you need not fight those that chose to be your enemy? Have you seen what the hedgehog looks like? What happens when one kicks against the pricks? Then no blame will be on you for destroying them, for you did not seek to destroy, but those that sought to destroy will destroy themselves. Those that kill themselves. These are the ways of perpetual motion. If you throw up a stone, it will fall back to the ground. But do you know the one true formula of becoming impervious? When the evil spirit comes, you sense it, and it feels you and becomes angry at those that endangered it. Demons will surrender and return. Ancestors will lament and join your cause against their own. Those that are beyond the bridges of afterlife will speak clearly to inform or warn you. For in true essence, both the living and the dead work for the same success, to elevate to higher treasures. And even in the evilest state of being, it is good above evil. But the problem is that many have too much ego to disengage. And in a hell plane, like Earth for example, the evil ones seem to prosper. But it is the necessary design that separates the wheat from the tares. Yet, you still have all power over your being and over your free will. You still possess that divine godhood to claim. The moment that you give up that intrinsic God form to external endearing spirits, you give up your connections to the living and become dependent on your handlers for definitions. Zombies do not think from their own minds. They were given a disease of vampire lust, and it is all they do. They spread the evil spell of sorcery by words. From the beginning, remember this, and let us use the word God just for your understanding. God was all there was, and everything that existed to be or to become came because it is the intention of God. Every person or soul was God's manifestation of itself. So, the intrinsic is God, period. It can be nothing else. If the other person is God, or if the moon or sun is God, then fine, they are. But why go out there when you are God and give your purpose to them that already possess their own godhood? God is the intrinsic of you. Every outside experience that now carved you a personality are merely superficial. At the end of your journey, you that came as God to experience can either choose the superficial instead of your soul, which simply means a ray of the light, and that light is the sun, and that sun is God. Or you can choose your soul, that flare that is you, when every superficial thing is removed. Or you interpreting the superficial as mere experiences. You interpreting the superficial as a mere experiences to shape new ideals to ever become greater. Those that give their soul give their all, but they actually say that in words. No, they have no more connection to the living. It is now a flame that is dead, a dead flame, a fire which is out. You will now see the dead walking. You will not see the dead walking. You will not see the dead walking by itself to the funeral. No, you will not. It is a mere carcass now, not moving on its own, but depending on others to carry it. The universe has laws, and these laws are intrinsic and iron-fisted. In the value of these laws, no power of a soul is greater than the other. For example, the sun cannot shift into the space of the moon without consequences. No spirit force can demand from you what God in you have made intrinsic. No demon can enter into him that did not open the door. This is why the God spells always keep telling you about knocking, opening the heart, and letting the spirit inside. This is the ancient way of sorcery, but every wizard, past or present, already knows that where what is outside gets to rule inside. Where what is outside gets to rule inside, there is always ulterior motive. Every wizard, past or present, already knows that where what is outside gets to rule inside, there is always ulterior motive. It is for that reason. It is demon possession, but demons can only possess where the soul was given and is no more autonomous to self. Most humans are compromised, and this is why they know that sense of fear. Only compromised humans know that sense of fear. Fear is not intrinsic. You can only have fear where you do not have control. There is no fear in impermeability, for there is no possible threat or danger. By embracing your God self, you become the God you are, God internal, man divine. But also, you stand above the circumstances, every single one of them. You are you regardless. A slave human must gather superficial stuff like money or property to be what he will consider as someone. A God is always a God, even with or without superficial flair. When you embrace your own God force and come face to face with your eternity, you are not someone, you are God in his power. Those that rule the wealth of the world, not their peasants that run around gathering superficial treasures to save them, but I mean the masters of these sheep will know and address you as you would address God, for they understand what treasure is superior. I do not dismiss the treasures and luxuries in mundane life, and as much as you will have to enjoy, gather and joy in this life, but also, most importantly, gather the treasures to take across the divide. Do not compromise the purity of spirit for mundane, superficial temperance. Store up the greatest treasures that are in the cosmic, which will go with you and make you God greater than the God that cycled before. I am not just telling you vain words, I am pointing you to that the unquestionable truth, to the way of life for the future, where evil God spells and religion shall be absolved, and the great divine of Almighty God shall again stand upright in the bodies of mankind. I do this work, and sometimes, most of the times, it challenges me, but in it I also find my treasures that I would not compromise. I embrace God in me. I embrace God in me. I give to God my values as the child of God, from the house of God, as we are one. Never choose to feed demons with the soul of a God. Store your treasures even when they challenge you. Stand above these challenges, but remember your brother and sister that are your true family. Never ignore them for anything. Collective security breeds divine assurance. Always join the mission and offer positive energy, but not just by seeking to take. Give much. Many of you give more to the wicked than you will give to your divine families, and we must seek to do better. Peace out, my beloved ones.